Hey, I'm Mark, and depending on whether or not I posted the last video I was planning on posting, I got this guy. So it is a bootleg of the Legendary Pictures Godzilla 2014 one, because the spikes right here are just little spikes. They're not really the maple. Anyways, it's a bootleg, so I'm not gonna care too much about cutting it up this time. So the idea is I'm gonna grab a scalpel blade and let's see. I'm gonna start right here. Maybe go a little bit into that shoulder. Definitely into the leg. I want to show that femur, and then I think that's it. So this whole white area here is gonna get cut open, and I'll sculpt the insides. No, maybe I'm gonna do the skull too. I'll cut this in half, and then this arm. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut a lot more. Okay, I'm stopping here. So half of the upper forearm face, because I want to sculpt that skull. Then the upper thigh, so I can do the hip. And we're not gonna touch the spikes. All right. Okay, I may have only stabbed my few fingers. Okay, I only have 10 fingers left. But, ta-da! So, now that... Alright, first off, not gonna cut open the head. This is a solid piece of, whatever kind of plastic it is. So, I'm not touching that, because that's a lot of work. It was a lot of work to even wedge away this thing. So, leaving the head alone, I think I'm gonna make it look like it's been exploded. A little less clean, more fleshy and zombie-like, I guess. But the next step is tin foil. So I'm gonna shove it in these holes down here. That way I could have a nice, clean area to work with the clay. All right, got the tin foil all shoved up in there. I'm gonna use this hot glue gun to just goop all over there. So, yeah. Okay. So, now it looks like this. Added more tin foil to kind of bulk up the insides, and now the plan is to use. Let me grab a better one. Is to use some air drying clay to kind of give a good foundation, and yeah. So magic. Ta-da! So now I'm gonna wait like I guess till tomorrow, and hopefully this will be dry by then, so I could sketch out what I want. So I've been thinking about like a femur right here, some weird hip joint, and then the rib cage, and I'll just keep it pretty simple. Okay, so now I'm basically done sculpting. So as you see, basically just kept it pretty simple with a few ribs, then sculpted this, what's it called? Shoulder blade? I don't know. I took anatomy in high school. It's been a while. That's going to go on after I paint all that. If you look closely, I did some guts with some foam clay. So I just grabbed some, rolled it up into a very thin noodle, and twirled up the noodle and shoved it in there. But now I think we're ready to go on to the painting stage to make this look nicer and more goopy. Okay, so I'm at the point where basically the inside is done being painted. So I'm just gonna glue on this little shoulder blade thingy. That way it'd look a little more interesting and more accurate, I guess. Once that's done, I'm just gonna touch up a few spots, and I'll start focusing on the rest of the body. And as you see, it's at the moment this. But the first thing I'm going to do is paint it all black. That way I got a very nice base coat. So this will be right here. Then I'm going to slowly work my way up to lighter and lighter shades of gray. That way you can actually see the details sculpted on this thing, which is surprisingly good for a bootleg. I mean, the more I'm looking at this, the more I like it. So I'll do that. Then clean up the teeth, the face. That shouldn't be too hard. I guess the teeth is going to be a little annoying because it's that like classic Bandai gum tree line where they're not sculpted, they're just painted on. So I'll use a very tiny toothbrush or brush for that. This would be a toothbrush. Let's see. Then I guess I'll add some color on the stomach here by dry brushing some more tanner colors like the ones I used on the bone. And after that, I think it'll be pretty much done. Ta-da! It is finally done. So as you see, I threw on some varnish so it look extra goopy on the inside. Hopefully that doesn't get too sticky, and hopefully it like to cure and doesn't do some weird shit. Otherwise I might have to strip all the... Anyways, let's pretend it's done for now. And I think I'm pretty happy with it, how it works. It still has some articulation in the tail. This leg, arms, I like this part. The only thing that can't move is the head and the leg right here because I had to glue it so this would all work out. I think I might throw in some extra veins and smaller details that no one could see, but for now I'm calling it done. And here I got an extra bootleg of the same figure, this time with a closed mouth, so you could see some comparison of whatever. Look at them. Ta-da! So you see comes in flat black, and then with some dry brushing you could actually get to see more of the details, or captured in the figure. But I'm really happy with that, how that came out. The face right here, especially the plating on the neck, is a lot more softer than the arm. I think this is the part that has the best detail, and the leg. And I think it might be ripped off from the Bandai Creations line that they had when the movie came out. Like, if you remember the one that you squish the stomach and the tail moves and all that. But I really like that it's a soft vinyl, like more traditional figures. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how it came out. I think I am going to leave this alone because, I mean, it's kind of nice to have a bootleg comparing it to the actual thing. And this guy is hopefully going to go to a gallery downtown where I live. At least I got accepted to show, and then they wanted me to send a list of stuff I'm submitting. And I submitted a sketch of this guy, but now it's finally complete. And hopefully you'll see it sometime March. If not, I'll probably throw it on an online store. But yeah, here, I'll just pretty much done how to do I did Dissected. Brains are dying. So don't judge my brain skill, my speaking English. Yeah, fuck it. Subscribe, yeah. The fancy photos fly. Ooh. Bye.